as I think the AFD, who is this party now, which is polling at nearly 30% in Germany, one of their big policies is about immigration, basically. And in fact, that there's I mean, what's interesting here, just going back to the media, is the media are desperately trying to discredit them, of course.
Oh yeah.
So there's recently said, the AFD held secret talks in a Bavarian castle talking about sending back 1 million immigrants, including ones who've been born in Germany, to get them out of Germany. All made up, all fantasy basically. But the media are desperately, like they're doing with Trump at the moment in America, trying to suppress their popularity. It's not working.
Well, they're going to do exactly what they've done with Trump. It all backfires. Because they're saying sending migrants back to their home countries won't be popular in Germany. So let's say that's what they're doing. And they're reporting it, and most of Germany's going, I agree with that.
Yes.
So they're actually advertising non-existent policies which the people actually want.
Yes.
Just like they've done with Trump.
Yeah.
Because they're not in touch with the average person is sick of it all.
Correct.
The average person is sick of mass migration. That doesn't mean they're sick of foreigners. They're just sick of their town changing in 10 years, or them not being able to get in schools and jobs, and they're seeing different cultures. These people are coming and not even pretending to be German.
Yeah.
And people are going, I can't cope with this.
Yeah.
And if this party is saying they're going to solve it, I'll vote for that party.
Yeah. No, I think this is the thing, isn't it? If you say anything now against migration, and, well, actually, I'll say this isn't the case, but the impression a year ago, if you said anything about I mean, you think of people like Gary Lineker and things like that, but say anything against him, you were labelled as a racist, a fascist. The fact you may not be racist or fascist, you just are concerned about your services, your town, your country, your school, your kids. The fact that you're not allowed to have those concerns, or this was the impression. However, this is something I want to mention at the beginning. So this is a map, which I'm going to hold to the camera. I don't know if you'll be able to put it.
If you send me that, I can put it. It'll just come in the video now as we're talking.
I'll quickly show it to our listeners so you can get an idea of what it is. So this is a map that was taken, a poll basically, that was taken of people in the UK, and it's basically showing what percentage of people back tougher small boat measures, what we've been talking about. So if it's blue or darker blue, basically means more people are backing. I think if it's light blue, which most of this map is, it means between 40 and 50% of the people in that area back tougher, smaller boat measures. So this map is basically blue and dark blue, which means that most people in the country are backing tougher measures on small boats. Remarkably, there's one area here. So if you're not feeling this, the area will be coloured white. Basically, it goes from white to light blue to darker blue to very dark blue. There's only one area that's white in this. London. And to me, that is a startling insight into how this country is being run and who is running this country. In London, the white area is probably Islington and Westminster. They are the people who think they shouldn't be tough boat measures, but the rest of the country does. Yeah. Sorry to show you that. So does that not tell us everything about how out of touch our government is?
It is. They've got themselves in a right mess, and this has been going on all my life, and it's getting worse and worse. And now we're at breaking point, and there's nothing the governments can do to turn off the taps because our economy at the moment is relying on it. What we need to do is say to businesses, you've got 4 years. We're going to start turning off the tap today. Not fully, it's going to start slowly being turned off. You've got 4 years to sort your procedures out about employment. You can't do it overnight. Businesses would go bump. And also you've got to think about who funds our main political parties. Businesses. So, if you're a Tory or a Labour and we're going to give you £500,000, it's like, well, don't be stopping mass migration, because who's going to work in my factories, who's going to work in Tesco's, who's going to work here, who's going to work there, because the British citizens are basically too lazy, sit on the dole, or are not lazy but can't afford to work because they earn more money sat on the dole. I'm going to pay minimum wage. It's like, who's got the interests in all this?
I'm not convinced that's right. I don't think it is business. I don't think business.
I think the part of that. I don't think this is just business.
Yeah.
But that's part of the thing we need.
It
to
might be
understand.
part of it, but I don't think this is a money thing, because I don't think genuinely most businesses, factory, having experience with myself, are that concerned about employing immigrants. Because even immigrants they employ have to be paid the minimum wage now. There's minimum wage legislation in place now. So I'm not seeing that myself. I don't know what the rationale is, but I don't think the answer is saying to businesses, you've got 4 years to get rid of illegal immigrants. Because don't forget, most of these illegal immigrants are not working. They're sitting in hotels, scattered generally in the north.
Yeah, but I don't mean just illegal. I mean legal migrants.
Oh, legal migration.
We've got 1 million coming in a year.
Legal. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
You know,
I meant immigration in the
immigration general. Yeah. This is small boats, though. This
was that's purely small boats.
This is purely small boats.
Yeah.
So tougher measures around small boats.
Yeah,
so
and that's because they're perceived as criminals.
Yes.
You've broken into my country.
Yeah.
People are a lot more amenable with legal migration because, well, I don't agree with the system, but you followed the rules and you got a visa, you came here and you're working and you must be paying tax. So they're a lot more lenient there. But perceived criminals breaking into the country when it stops.
But I think now what's happening is it's starting to impact on people. They're seeing it, aren't they? The illegal migrants.
And again, social media
as
well is showing everything that they wouldn't have shown you 10 years ago.
So we're having all these issues in Ireland now.
Yeah.
And there was another article I was going to bring about Ireland where, there's been riots in Ireland with people in towns where they're trying to convert the only hotel into for illegal migrants. It's really bad in Ireland, Southern Ireland I'm talking about, really bad in Ireland. But also in most countries, most areas of the UK now, people are seeing illegal migrants. There's various issues. There's people defecating on the streets. There's been incidents of attacks and I think possibly rapes. I'm not sure, but there's been now, and it's on social media. People are showing it on social media.
That's why we've got more information at our disposal now. Where 10, 15 years ago, you never would have known the incompetence of what's going on because you're too insular.
And I think people are scared now, and they're saying this needs to stop. Yeah. And by the way, it's costing us £7 million a day to house these people. But the only people who don't seem to be concerned are sitting in the middle of London, and I thought that was quite startling to see that.
And it'll also be because I think most people in London are foreign born.
That's true.
So they'll also be thinking, well, I want my relatives here, I want more people coming here, I want my friends coming, so they may be against that themselves.
Yeah.
If you like that video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and comment. And if you like what I'm saying about running for Mayor of Greater Manchester, then stick around. Tell your family, tell your friends. The only way I'm going to have a chance of winning is a grassroots movement. So be part of that movement and hit that bell. Thanks.